So here's the thing. I had my podcast for this week all finished and I was going to upload it today. And then I was looking on social media and there are just things that just disturb me. And so I decided I need to speak about that today instead of the podcast I was going to upload. And what disturbs me is the way people act towards each other these days. When did America become so rude? They say Europeans are rude, French people are rude. Americans have becoming very rude to each other. Maybe not in person, but definitely on social media. Why is it okay to call somebody a name because they don't think the same way that you do? Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Just because somebody thinks differently from you, I am just flabbergasted in the way things are in America today. And I'm probably going to be rambling and I'm just going to let this go unfiltered, unedited, whatever. I'm just going to ramble. It might be long, might be short. I don't know, but we're just going to go. We're just going to ramble. Okay? Here we go. So there are those pro-vaxxers and there are those anti-vaxxers. Now I don't know for sure if it would be pro or anti-vaxxers. It's just people, it is personal choice, okay? It is your choice. And if it's your choice to get the vaccine, that is awesome. That is great for what you decide you want to do for yourself. Get the vaccine if you think that is what you need to do. But if you get the vaccine, don't go calling people that chose not to have the vaccine names, saying that they are killing everyone. Really? Come on, people. Be nice. Just be nice. Maybe the people that chose not to have the vaccine are still researching it. Maybe they think it's too new. I know things have become politicized, which is really too bad because that probably is swaying some people's opinions. Although I know there are people on both sides of the aisle that have been vaccinated and have not have been vaccinated, have gotten vaccinated, and those on both sides of the aisle who have been vaccinated. So in that sense, it's really not oh my gosh, I cannot speak this morning, politicized. But just don't. Be nice to each other. Don't tell somebody they're killing somebody. Don't tell somebody else that they're being sheep. People, so far in this country, people have the right to choose for themselves and their own bodies what they want to do. I know now there's going to be the argument, well, if you don't get vaccinated, you're not choosing for yourself because you're going to infect somebody else. Well, from what I have read, and I am not telling anybody, people might think they know if I've been vaccinated or not, but you might be surprised at the answer. So I'm not saying whether I was vaccinated or not. Now, where was I going with this? I don't remember. Oh, the people who have been vaccinated say the people who have not been vaccinated are killing everybody. Well, from what I understand, from what I've seen in the news and what's going on, vaccinated people can still get COVID and can still spread it. So if they can still spread it, then the unvaccinated people aren't necessarily the only ones spreading it. It's just that the vaccinated people are less likely to die when they get it. Now, I'm hoping I have that correct. So, in essence, the way I'm seeing it is you are not really saving other people's lives because you've been vaccinated. Well, maybe you spread it less. I don't know. See, now I'm just sitting here talking about this all in my mind, trying to figure it out in my mind. And I know everybody out there is going to have their own opinions. I'm trying to look at both sides and be fair about this. And I see the people that have been vaccinated when they hear of people in the hospital. Like this morning, There was a pastor who was in the hospital with COVID. He has not been vaccinated. And people are saying they hope he dies. They hope he dies. Somebody said, I hope his ventilator doesn't work. What the frick, people? What is wrong with you? Hoping people die because they don't think like you do? This world has gone freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hoping somebody will die, or telling people that aren't vaccinated, you better not go to the hospital and take up a bed because it was your choice not to be vaccinated. So now we're going to deny people medical care because they chose not to be vaccinated. So let's flip the other way. What if vaccinated people, somewhere down the road, they discover it's causing medical problems? Now, are the unvaccinated people then going to say to the vaccinated people, well, you better not go to the hospital and take care of that because you chose to be vaccinated? Do you see what I'm saying? There's both sides. We just need to be kind. Let people make their own choices. Don't try to push your beliefs on somebody else. And I don't mind a healthy debate. I don't mind a healthy debate. But when people start calling you names, that's when it's a problem. I don't want to get into politics, but the same thing happens in politics. If you're a Democrat, you think the Republicans are stupid. You call them Trumpers or whatever. If you're a Republican, you think the Democrats are stupid and you call them libtards. Seriously, people. These people are still people. They're still your friends, right? They're still your... Just because someone does not think the same way you do does not make them a bad person. If everybody thought the same way, I think if everybody thinks the same way, that's when a dictatorship could take over, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, we all agree, let's go on our happy merry way. And somebody says, oh, everybody agrees. Okay, I'm going to be in charge of everybody agreeing. And then they can do whatever they want. So we really do have a healthy society in that way, that everybody is free to form their own opinions. And some people do not understand that. Some people still feel the need to call you stupid, call you names. I've even been threatened. Seriously, threatened. And I'm not going to say which side I might be on, but I have been threatened by somebody from the other side. Just because I gave my opinion. So, should we be afraid now to give our opinions? I don't think so. We still live in a free country here. We can give our opinions, but we should not be afraid of somebody calling us a name or threatening us, for God's sake. And then there are the nurses who say, okay, there was a post on Facebook with nurses holding up a sign saying, last year we were heroes, this year you want to make us get a vaccine. I understand where these nurses are coming from. They were on the front lines without the vaccine and they survived. And they are making a personal choice that they do not want the vaccine. And now their employment, man, I really can't speak this morning. Where they work, a few places now are mandating that you have to get the vaccine if you want to continue to hold your job. Like I said, I am for personal choice. If you want the vaccine, get it. If you don't. But telling people that they have to get the vaccine. All right, I'm going to get a tiny bit political here. Because for me, having that card, putting up that card and saying, we need to see your card or you're not coming into this restaurant or whatever, like in New York. Oh man, I really didn't want to get political, but I have to. It is so much to me like, show me your papers. Show me your papers. Show me that you are allowed to do this. No, America is a free country. We should be allowed to do whatever we want. And I know you're going to say that you are not allowed to infect me. But that goes right back to my beginning thing where people that have had the vaccine still carry it and still infect other people. This is what I have been reading. And trust me, I've been reading a lot when I was deciding for myself whether I want to get the vaccine or not. And again, I'm not going to tell you which way I chose. I'm just not, because I am, trust me, I am playing devil's advocate for both sides here, trying to see both sides. And I guess I didn't mean this whole thing to be about the vaccine, but that is what it's turning into be. I just wanted it to be, people, you need to be nice. You know, and I had somebody on Facebook start complaining about Asians, talking about how bad all Asians are. And I argued with this person. I said, is it because they think that's where COVID came from? I really don't know, but I argued with this person. I said, I have friends that are Asian, and what you are saying is absolutely ridiculous, and this person would not back down in his bias towards Asians. Yeah, bigotry is alive and well. I was going to say in America, but this person actually lives in England, but I know it is alive and well in America also. I know, I'm rambling, I'm ranting. I'm just trying to get my frustrations out. And then, now we're dealing with all this stuff in Afghanistan. And I know y'all know my husband worked in Afghanistan. So I have a little bit of feelings of what I think about what's happening in Afghanistan. And there are a lot of people that do. And it seems like I'm feeling like America, as far as Afghanistan goes, almost everyone, I should say, is on the same playing field. I think most people are thinking the same thing, here I go. I'm getting political again. We needed to get out of Afghanistan. We did need to get out of Afghanistan. However, the way it was done wasn't right. We needed to get all of our people out of there before it fell. Yeah, it fell. Like Saigon, it fell. We need to get all those Afghani people that helped us out of there. They're going to have a death sentence. They are. And there are still Americans there. And why? I know we have to leave the equipment there. This is what my husband explained to me. They leave the equipment there because it's more expensive to bring it home than just to leave it there. So, okay, we left it there. Why didn't they blow it all up instead of letting the Taliban have it? We armed our enemy, people. We armed our enemy. When I started this podcast, this is not at all what I wanted this podcast to be about. Not at all. But this has been weighing on me so heavily. And then this morning when I saw all these people just calling people names because they did not believe the same way they did, I just had to talk about it. just had to. And if you met another person in person, would you talk to them the same way? Would you walk up to somebody and call them a sheep? Would you walk up to somebody and call them a libtard? Would you walk up to somebody and call them a racist? Well, if they were acting like a racist, maybe. But people just throw that word around too easily, in my opinion. Would you just walk up to somebody and call them a name like you do on social media? I don't think so, because you might be at risk of getting punched in the nose. You might be. And it might be deserved. And again, I'm talking both sides, people. I see people on both sides doing it. Both sides of the political aisle, both sides of the vaccine aisle. And blaming people and calling people out because you got the vaccine or you didn't get the vaccine. We don't know, guys. We don't know. You know who knows? God knows. I don't want to turn this religious either, but he knows what's going on. Believe it or not, he is in control. I pray that he's in control because this world is messed up right now. It is messed up. And I knew I was going to just be rambling during this and just all my thoughts were going to come pouring out of my mouth. And that is exactly what's happening here. But I am honestly afraid for our children. These kids growing up in the world that's happening now, having to wear masks to school. And I'm not going to get into whether masks are good or bad. I'm not. But I just feel bad for them growing up like that. You know, whose fault was the pandemic? I'm not going to get into that either. It's just sad to me that that's how our kids are growing up. And just everything that's going on in the world right now is scary. I think it is scary. And I just feel so bad for these kids. Hopefully, things are going to turn around and it's not going to be so crazy. That's what we can hope for our generation of kids coming up. And I guess I'm done yeah, I told you I was just going to talk here and whatever comes out of my mouth comes out. I'm not going to edit it. I guess I'm done rambling now. And I know some people will agree with me and some people won't. Some people will say I can call somebody a name if I want to call them a name. Yep, you can. But what kind of person does that make you? Do you think it makes you a better person? Do you feel like you're a bigger person to call somebody a name? Do you feel like that gives you power? Do you feel like, it makes you better than somebody else? Because you think your way is the better way, so I can call them a name if I want because I'm right and you're wrong? Ooh, but what if you aren't? What if the other side really is right? That is what remains to be seen. To wait and see which side, Maybe we'll never know. Maybe we will. Maybe things will all come out and we'll find out what's really best. But in the meantime, you're coming off as a bully. Yeah, you're coming off as a bully. I'm not going to get into that. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But, okay, don't be a bully. Don't be a bully. Just try and be nice. People say, all I want is world peace. It starts with you. World peace can start with you. Be nice. Just be nice. That's all it takes. Go ahead. Let people disagree with you. Just say, I understand your opinion. I don't agree, but I appreciate your opinion. You have the right to your opinion. All right, I'm done. So here's my thing for today. I guess it's never too late to, I was going to say stand up for what you believe. Well, it is never too late to stand up for what you believe, but you don't have to do it in a derogatory way to other people. You can believe what you believe without putting other people down. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for listening.